If you're over 60 and believe that protein is too expensive to grow muscle, what I'm going to share could save you hundreds of dollars and provide better results than those pricey supplements. Finding the most potent, reasonably priced muscle-building meals that are more effective than anything you'll find in a pricey nutrition store is the goal here, not taking shortcuts. This is the harsh truth that today's seniors must deal with. You lose 1% to 2% of your muscle mass you're beyond the age of 50. You may have lost 30% of your strength by the age of 80. Protein costs have soared in the meantime. Specialty meals, expensive protein powders, and premium cuts of meat can be very expensive. However, what if I told you that 7 certain protein-rich foods, each weighing less than $3 per serving, may aid in muscle growth more effectively than pricey supplements? The fitness industry now wants you to think that spending more than $200 a month on supplements, high-quality steaks, and pricey protein powders is necessary to gain muscle. However, that isn't the complete story. They failed to mention that some of the most potent proteins for growing muscle may be found in your grocery store's low-cost area, where they are frequently disregarded due to their lack of ostentatious advertising efforts. Over the past 3 years, I have been investigating why, despite having comparable salaries, some seniors continue to be incredibly strong far into their 80s, while others become weak and reliant. I was astonished by what I found. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health's top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. It had nothing to do with increasing nutrition spending. The goal was to determine which reasonably priced foods have the best, most bioavailable protein that aged muscles can genuinely utilize. Compared to seniors who were losing muscle mass, those who remained strongest frequently spent less on protein. In the following few minutes, I'll share 7 low-cost protein foods that will help you gain muscle without breaking the wallet, arranged from beneficial to absolutely necessary. I'll explain the exact cost of each, why they're more effective than pricey substitutes, and above all, how to prepare for the greatest possible muscle-building effect. Keep reading because the best protein food is less than 50 cents per serving and provides more usable protein than pills that cost 20 times as much. Let's start with number 7. Canned sardines, which provide 23 grams of complete protein at a mere $1.25 per can. Sardines make most people cringe, but for seniors on a tight budget who wish to gain muscle, these little fish are nutritious powerhouses that are far more potent than their weight class. Sardines' protein content alone isn't what makes them so powerful. Rather, it's the completeness and quality of that protein. In addition to having all 9 of the key amino acids your body needs to create muscle, sardines are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids that lower inflammation and hasten the breakdown of muscle in older adults. Because our muscles are more vulnerable to inflammatory injury as we age, and because low-grade inflammation can erode muscle tissue more quickly than it can be repaired, this combination is essential. Seniors who ate tiny fatty fish such as sardines twice a week over a 3-year period lost considerably less muscle than those who ate fish very sporadically, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. The researchers observed that muscle that would normally be destroyed due to inflammatory processes was preserved by the omega-3's anti-inflammatory properties. It's especially interesting that those who consistently consumed sardines were able to maintain their grip strength and walking speed better than those who did not, suggesting that the benefits were translated into practical, functional gains.
Here's why sardines are a great option for those on a tight budget, with the extra bonus of soft, edible bones that supply calcium for bone health. Each can costs $1.25 and has the same high-quality protein as a $6 piece of salmon. Another important consideration is convenience. They have a long shelf life, don't need to be cooked, and are ready to eat right out of the can. Sardines allow you to stock up when they're on sale and ensure that you always have high-quality protein on hand, unlike fresh fish that spoils easily and needs to be stored carefully. Start by mashing them into avocado toast with lemon juice and herbs, or add them to pasta salad for a more subdued flavor. If you're worried about the taste, they can also be mixed with scrambled eggs for a high-protein breakfast, added on crackers with hot sauce, or blended into a Caesar salad dressing. Consistency is crucial. At a fraction of the price of alternative protein sources, even 1 can per week offers substantial nourishment that supports muscle growth. However, if sardines give affordable complete protein, the next item delivers something even more essential for growing muscle. 6. Cottage cheese has 24 grams of protein per cup and costs $2.50 for a 16-ounce container. Although cottage cheese may seem outdated, it's one of the best proteins available for seniors who want to gain muscle at a reasonable cost. The distinct protein makeup of cottage cheese is what sets it apart. It contains a lot of casein protein, which takes a long time to digest and gives muscles a constant supply of amino acids over a number of hours. Because our muscles become less effective at using protein as we age, this slow-release action is especially important for seniors. The consistent supply of amino acids from casein aids in overcoming anabolic resistance, which is the diminished capacity of aging muscles to respond to protein consumption, according to scientists. Imagine it like the difference between drinking water slowly throughout the day and guzzling it down when you're thirsty. The prolonged release from casein ensures that no protein is wasted because your muscles can only process so much protein at once. Even in the absence of exercise, McMaster University research revealed that older persons who ingested casein protein saw notable increases in muscle growth and strength. In order to allow the slow-digesting protein to function overnight during the body's natural repair and recuperation phase, the study participants ingested casein prior to bed. This is especially important for seniors since although sleep quality tends to deteriorate with age, the process of growing muscle can still proceed even in the face of sleep disturbances. But unlike other protein sources, cottage cheese is incredibly versatile and incredibly affordable. A 16-ounce jar costs $2.50 and contains about 100 grams of high-quality protein. It is among the most affordable muscle-building foods available, costing less than 3 cents per gram of protein. For comparison, that is around the same price as one protein bar with only 20 grams of protein. Even after adjusting for total protein consumption, a clinical study that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association revealed that seniors who ate cottage cheese at least 4 times per week had measurable increases in muscle mass and grip strength compared to those who did not. This implies that the specific protein makeup of cottage cheese has some special health benefits. Additionally, the researchers observed that cottage cheese eaters scored higher on bone density tests, most likely as a result of the protein's synergistic effects from the high calcium level. Selecting full-fat varieties over low-fat ones is crucial, since the beneficial fats aid in the absorption of protein and promote fullness. Additionally, the fat content aids in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin D, which is essential for healthy muscle function. You can use it as a base for savory recipes with herbs and vegetables, incorporate it into smoothies for smoothness, or eat it straight or combined with berries for a protein-rich snack. In order to save money and get more protein, some individuals even use it in place of ricotta cheese in lasagna recipes. If cottage cheese gives you slow-release protein, the next food gives your muscles something they need even more. 5. 18 grams of protein every cooked cup of lentils, which cost under $1.50 per pound.
Although they may not appear like a powerful source of muscle, lentils provide seniors on a tight budget with a full nutrition that promotes muscle growth while supplying long-lasting energy and vital nutrients that become more and more crucial as we age. Not their protein level, but rather their special blend of protein, fiber, iron, and B vitamins that promote muscle function and recovery is what makes lentils so great for growing muscle. Because iron deficiency can damage muscle strength and endurance before it affects blood factors like hemoglobin, it is especially significant for seniors. Many elderly people experience subclinical iron insufficiency, which makes them feel weak and exhausted. Lentils can help treat this nutritional problem, which many mistake for normal aging. Leucine, the amino acid that initiates muscle protein synthesis, is also present in considerable quantities in lentils, making them one of the few plant proteins to do so. Even though they aren't a complete protein by themselves, they offer all the essential amino acids your muscles require for growth and repair when consumed throughout the day in combination with grains or nuts. For seniors who wish to cut back on meat consumption without compromising their ability to gain muscle, this makes them very beneficial. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older persons who regularly ate legumes such as lentils had superior physical function and preserved muscle mass than those who mostly consumed animal proteins. The anti-inflammatory substances in legumes, which aid in establishing a more favorable environment for muscle maintenance, was the reason given by the researchers for this. Additionally, the high fiber content promotes gastrointestinal health, which is important for nutrient absorption and overall muscle-building effectiveness. According to new studies, about 8 servings of high-quality protein are included in a pound of dry lentils, which cost $1.50. Lentils are among the most affordable foods for developing muscle on the globe, costing less than 20 cents per serving for 18 grams of protein. They can be added to soups, stews, salads, or eaten as a side dish. They also cook more rapidly than other dried beans and keep well in your cupboard for months. Lentils may be prepared from bag to table in roughly 30 minutes as opposed to beans that need to be soaked overnight. Red lentils are the quickest to cook and have a mild flavor that complements curries and soups. They also frequently break down to provide a creamy texture that is ideal for elderly people who have trouble chewing. Brown and green lentils give a pleasant meat-like texture, retain their shape well, and work well in salads and grain bowls. The secret is to prepare them with anti-inflammatory spices like ginger, garlic, and turmeric to increase their benefits for supporting muscles while also making them more palatable and easy to digest. The fourth option is canned tuna, which costs $1 a can and provides 22 grams of high-quality protein in a 3-ounce portion. One of the greatest protein options for seniors on a limited budget who wish to gain muscle is canned tuna. You can get the same high-quality protein as pricey fresh fish for only $1 per can, plus the added convenience of a long shelf life and no preparation needed. Tuna's remarkable amino acid composition is what makes it so good for growing muscle. In addition to being naturally low in fat and calories, tuna has all 9 essential amino acids in the right ratios for muscle protein synthesis, making it the ideal food for seniors who wish to increase lean muscle without putting on extra weight. For seniors, the lean protein profile is especially important because too much body fat might disrupt hormones that promote muscle growth and increase inflammatory levels all across the body. Additionally, tuna's protein is highly accessible, which means your body can absorb and digest it with ease. As we age and our digestive efficiency gradually decreases, this becomes more and more important.